Hey everybody, Mungo Dark Matter here, and welcome to Dark Matters. Today on Dark Matters, we're going to do a seed showcase on the word or the seed whisper, and that's with a capital W, H-I-S-P-E-R, and that's the seed we'll be using today. And here we are right here. I've already got the seed set up. I've got the beacon right here that I set up. I've actually made it red by using some stained glass over top of it. And that marks where the spawn point is. And so if you use this seed, this is where the spawn point will be. And I've made it red, so if we put down other beacons to show where other stuff is for whatever reason, this one will stand out. Alright, well, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, and we'll get going here right now. Let's see here. Let's fly up here. And we just look right over here, and there's a village already, which is pretty cool. So this seed is very close to a village, and that is always nice. And also, right here, a witch's hut, which is also kind of cool. So a couple things to note right off. There's a swamp here. I always kind of like swamps. Well, of course, that's where witches' huts would be anyway. There's also grasslands. Grasslands are pretty good. And there's a lot of animals around. Like, there's a lot of sheep, a lot of cows. Sheep all seem to be white. Now you need, when you get wool now, it needs to be the same color to make the bed. So if you have a lot of sheep that are a bunch of different colors, it's harder to get three that are the same color. That can kind of slow you down in making a bed. So as far as survival mode goes, this is like a pretty good place to start out. And we see we're heading back towards our beacon again, just kind of circling around the area to see what we see right off. And there's a forest here. The one thing is there are some mountains here before you get to the grasslands. The mountains take a little while to get over, but it's not too bad because we're right on the edge. In fact, where are we? Wow, this is kind of like the continental divide here or something. If you go down this side, you're headed towards the village. If you go down that side, you're in another valley. So fortunately, the spawn point's right on top of this, so it will take less to get over it because you're just going down one side or the other. Of course, if you miss the fact that there's a village on the other side, then you might not see it for a while because you'd have to go back and up over these mountains. We've got a bunch of mountains here. We got a little sky island right here. That's a pretty cool sky island. It looks like the sheep want to get up here on the sky island. It's snow covered. It's just stone. Nothing else up there. See some more cows down here. It's a pretty decent landscape, but it's kind of cool, but kind of in the same sense pretty standard fare for a Minecraft world that's generated. It has pretty much the standard stuff you would see. So it's kind of common. Although, as I said, the great part is you spawn near a village, so that's pretty cool. So let's take a look around. Let's see if we can find how close a temple is. Where are we at? We are at... Looks like there's a temple not too terribly far. Let's see if we can find that. So let's just TP to that. Actually, what I forgot to do... Before I do that, let me go back over here. Not sure if... Let's just head back towards our spawn point. I forgot to mark where the spawn point was, or get the coordinates. I like to take the coordinates down of these things so I can put them up in the description, and also I can get back to them a little more easily. So let's go back this way. There's our spawn point right there. So let's get up to the spawn point right here, and we're going to go see where it is. F2. All right. Let's go over here and mark these other things as well. So this is the witch's hut. And then over here is the village. All right, now let's go ahead and TP to where we were going to TP to. Let's locate temple, and then we're going to TP to it. It's 136, and I'm going to put that, which we're going to put 376. Oh, that's kind of funny. I guess the witch's hut is considered temple, at least by the locate command. All right. Well, that was rather unedifying. We're standing over we were standing right over it, or flying right over it. All right, let's see what else we can find here. Let's look for the stronghold. All right, so we're going to go /TP-1 1496.99.968. All right, so according to this, it should be down here. And the Ender Eye agrees. And so let's dig down here. Let's first off, let's turn on night vision, because that will make it easier to look around. All right, it's night vision. What is it? 5.9. This is 2.5.4, and then true. All right. Oops. We're down to the bedrock there. We don't want to go any farther than that. Let's just put a little diamond block there. See what level this tells us it's on. It says it's up higher. right here. Put a little bit of TNT down here. Ah, there it is right there. Alright, here's one of the walls, so let's just shift down here. Make a little door. Alright. Oh, a baby zombie. Those things are pretty nasty. Oh, look at this. Oh, what's up here? Wow. If you're wondering how I know what way to go, I don't. I just keep on heading whatever way I can. I usually go for stairs for whatever reason, because they usually take you to another level. Here's the library. Library always seems like it's pretty easy to find. What is this? Are we down here? Wow. That's actually kind of a cool pool of lava here. This is all natural right here, or supposedly natural. I mean, it's not a built structure. It just happens to be a cavern. Look at this. There's a staircase here. There's also something down here. I usually knock down the doors as I go through them to kind of so I know that I've already been through them. There's going to be a dead end here, probably. Or maybe not. This is where one floor collapsed onto another floor. All right. Alright, I don't see much there. There's another zombies around here. What's this? I've been down here probably because the door has been busted open. Alright, let's see here. Don't think I've been this way. Oh, and there's a staircase here. It goes nowhere. Alright. It goes around to the same place. That's not... nothing either. Let's see. Oh, another staircase. Hopefully this one will actually go someplace. Oh, cool. Says possibilities. I'm gonna go down here first. I don't think there's anything there. There we go. Oh, and there's already one ender eye in it. There's the end portal. So let me just take a snapshot of this real quick for my records. There's a silverfish spawner right here, so a lot of times when you see silverfish, that's where they're spawning from. They're spawning from near an end portal. And so sometimes when these get shifted, you can't find them, you're digging around, but as you're digging, or if you put some dynamite down, you start to see silverfish come out from the walls, and that kind of gives you a clue that you may be near, or you probably are near, the end portal. Alright. So we found the end portal, let's just get out of here. It's night now. Let's see where if there's a how far the mansion is. Isn't too far. Let's TP over there. Oh wait, before we do that, there's another village right here. All right. So there's another village right there. So now where were we at? We were going to see if we could find the mansion where that's located. All right, here's where the forest mansion is right here. Yeah, there it is right there. And let's start heading back towards the direction of where our spawn point is. See what else we see here. Most of the places we've been today seem like they're pretty much... oh, here's a third village. Here's a third village. So there are a few villages around throughout this map. Definitely. All right, let's continue on our way. See if we see anything else of interest. The best part of this map is there's a village right near the spawn point. That's to me is it's a big thing, particularly if you want to use it for survival. Plus the biomes around here they're pretty typical, but they're pretty nice. I mean, you've got a variety, whereas there's forest and there's some grassland, and there's actually a swamp near the spawn point. And those are all together. And the kind of the worst is to be out in one of the biomes. It's like a desert or a plateau or whatever, because they're or a mesa is what they call it. Either a desert or a mesa, there's not trees around there unless there's another biome close by. And here's another village. So this is like the 4th village. But we are kind of far away from the spawn point. But still, that's a lot of villages. All right, let's continue on our way. Here we go. Oh, another village. I think this is village 6. Village 6. Wow, that's pretty good. That's the most villages I think I've found on a map. Even if in some maps I do go looking for the forest mansion, which is usually pretty far out, and I'll TP to it, and then I'll sometimes go back to the spawn point to see what else I see, and that's quite a few. Usually I see a couple of villages, one or two maybe coming back, but sometimes I don't even see that. There's a witch's hut right there. It's a second witch's hut. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of, just from randomly looking in here, there seem to be a lot of structures in this particular seed, so that's good. Got some tall mountains and cliffs right here. Yeah, this is pretty nice landscape and terrain right here. You know, here, the funny thing about this is it almost looks like a head or a face. I mean, I think you could sculpt this right here if you were so inclined. Where are we at? Must be getting close. Gonna restart the game real quick because we're lagging out a little bit. When we go that far, Minecraft tends to lag out on me on this machine. I'll be back up in a second here. Single player. Once we reload, we'll be able to move a little bit faster. So I think we've seen 6 villages, 2 witches' huts. We found a mansion. We found the stronghold. We found the end portal in the stronghold in this one. And the end portal was not too hard to find this time. A lot of times they are buried because, you know, when you have a stronghold that's underground, it presumably used to be above ground, or part of it was above ground at some point. And then maybe it got swallowed up by the earth in an earthquake, and part of it may have shifted to one side. There's a lava pool down there. This map is remarkably consistent with its biomes. It seems to have, I think we've really pretty much found grassland, forests, and swamps primarily, although there are also some mountainous areas in this map. It's pretty tall mountainous areas, but it seems it's like it's following a theme. Oops. Here is another village. Yeah, this thing just abounds with villages. It makes me wonder how many there are like throughout the entire map, because we're just going straight back and we're hitting these randomly right now. So it's pretty unusual that you would find this many villages. Where are we at now? I wonder how far we are from the spawn point now. I don't remember what the coordinates of them are, but it seems like we might be still pretty far from it, because generally the spawn points, you spawn at a point that's a lower number. Like the spawn points are usually, 100 or 200. The Z and the X are, at least. Oops. Ah, there it is. Wow, that was some ways, but it wasn't. That mansion was actually closer to the spawn point than most of the ones that I have found. And I'm going to go back here to the spawn point where this beacon is and see what the coordinates are. One more time. Yeah, see, you'll see it's -9. 111 is how high we are off the ground, and then 260 is the Z coordinate. So that's pretty low down. The number is low. It's not. Whereas when you find a mansion, a forest mansion, they usually are around like 10 or 12,000 blocks out. This one was only, I think, about 4,000 or 5,000 blocks out. So that was pretty close in. So that's the once again, the seed of this is the whisper seed. And where is that? It's the whisper seed with a capital W, and this is the spawn point once again, now that we're back here. And as you can see, there's a village very nearby. So this would be a great survival mode seed to use. And there's a witch's hut right there. We've got a swamp here. We've got grassland, plenty of sheep, and I think I saw a bunch of cows around here as well, but there are a whole bunch of sheep. So there's a lot of resources around here, plenty of trees. All right, so thank you for joining me, and thank you for watching this later, if you watch a later broadcast of it. I will get these coordinates in the description of this video at some point once I go back and kind of gather them from my little snapshots. I'm Mungo Dark Matter, and this has been Dark Matters, and whatever you do, enjoy playing Minecraft, and I will see you next time.